In the last video, we talked about how the universe doesn't hear your wishes. It feels your frequency. We talked about how reality is a mirror, reflecting not what you want, but who you are being. If you haven't seen that one yet, pause this and go watch it. Because today, we are taking it a step further. We are going to talk about the biggest trap that truth seekers and entrepreneurs fall into once they understand frequency. I call it the friction trap. Here's what usually happens. You wake up to the truth. You realize that your internal state creates your external reality. You start meditating. You get your nervous system regulated. You find that quiet, grounded certainty we talked about. But then, Monday morning hits. You open your laptop. You look at your bank account. You look at the business that isn't growing fast enough. And immediately, you switch back into survival mode. You start grinding. You start forcing. You hustle for 14 hours straight, operating on caffeine and low-grade panic, trying to force the universe to yield to your will. You are trying to outwork a bad frequency, and it doesn't work. When you operate from panic, you are broadcasting a signal that says, I am not safe. I do not have enough. I must fight reality to survive. Therefore, reality responds by giving you more things to fight. It gives you harder clients, unexpected bills, and more exhaustion. I know this because I lived it. I spent years building businesses where I was the hardest worker in the room. I wore my burnouts like a badge of honor. I thought if I just bled enough for my goals, the universe will have to reward me. But all I got was more bleeding. I was doing the right actions, but I was doing them with the wrong energy. Action is required in this physical world. We aren't just sitting on a mountaintop, visualizing $1 million falling from the sky. But action taken from a state of fear creates friction. Action taken from a state of alignment creates flow. Think of it like swimming. You can thrash yourself violently in the water, exhausting yourself, swallowing water, fighting the current. You are taking massive action, but you are barely moving forward. Or you can align your body, find a rhythm, and let the water carry you as you stroke. Same water, same destination, completely different experience. The friction trap is believing that if it isn't hard, it isn't working. We have been conditioned to believe that struggle is the currency we use to buy success. We think if we aren't suffering, we aren't earning it. But a quantum field doesn't trade in suffering. It trades in resonance. When you finally drop the need to force everything, you don't become lazy. You become lethal. You stop wasting 80% of your energy fighting your own anxiety, and you channel 100% of your energy into pure, focused creation. You send an email, and it lands perfectly. You launch a product, and it hits the exact right audience. You make a decision, and the path clears. Not because you forced it, but because your internal frequency matched the external outcome before you even took the step. So, how do you get out of the friction trap? You have to start auditing your energy, not just your time. Before you send that pitch, before you make that call, before you start that project, pause. Ask yourself, am I doing this from a place of fear and lack, or am I doing this from a place of quiet certainty? If your chest is tight and your mind is racing, step away from the keyboard. Do not inject that frequency into your work. Go take a walk. Breathe. Rest your nervous system. Get back into alignment, and then take the action. Your state of being is your primary business strategy. It is your primary spiritual practice. Stop trying to force the mirror to smile at you. Smile first. Find the frequency of having it right now in the middle of the mess. When you drop the friction, the universe stops fighting you and starts flowing through you. If this message hit you where you needed it today, share it with someone who is burning themselves out, trying to force reality to change. And if you are ready to stop performing and start living awake, stick around. We are just getting started.